Your information station, WTIM.
And we're back with more of the WTIM Morning Show here on your information station and brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman. Joining us in this segment, we've got Sandy Klein, Master Gardener, and Gwen Podesky, also a Master Gardener with the University of Illinois Extension. To the both of you, good morning. How are we?
We're
Good
just
morning.
great.
Yeah, we're great.
We're moving and shaking.
I like to hear
We're
that.
up and going.
Yeah.
That is all we can be at this
I'm
moment now. So
A couple of weeks beyond the Master Gardener Conference in Springfield, which was a really good time.
Yeah.
So
if I remember right, they were going to kind of take you around like a little tour even that
they
first
did
day,
on the
and-
first day. I got to tour. She's actually a former coworker's garden. And then we got to do a tour of the Lincoln home and the Lincoln home. There are gardens in the Lincoln home area.
Okay.
I was actually part of doing those gardens back in 2009 as part of the bicentennial. We planned a heirloom garden that is on across the street from Lincoln's home. So
Very
it
cool.
was nice to revisit.
Mhm.
Get back.
Grapevines I planted. and
Yeah,
things like that.
get back to where you've been a little
Yeah,
bit. Well, very
yeah.
cool. I'm glad to hear that went well. It sounded like it was going to be a good time. Kind of that first day was going to be a little touring and getting to know
Mhm.
folks. And
Yeah, learn to use butterfly net. Hey, life's great.
that's cool. That's cool. Well, I'm glad to hear it. And we've got another cool deal coming up with the
Mhm.
extension. You guys mentioned to me the Taste of the Extension, October
Mhm.
24th. What is there to know about this?
Okay, well, to begin with, it takes place on Friday evening, 4:30 to 7 at the extension office at 1120 North Webster. And folks are just invited out to see what extension has to offer them in the way of services and
Programs.
things that are interesting. So 4-H, some of the food prep
Mhm.
information that they give, believe it or not, they still help you test your canners, I believe.
Yes,
Your
yeah.
pressure cookers, and give you some advice on that. So, and we're going to be there offering a trio of programs, I guess. So we're going to be doing
Herbs.
an herbal experience. So we
Yes.
haven't quite gelled this one completely yet. But between us, we've got between 15 and 20 herbs that we're going to bring in some form or fashion and let people maybe guess what they are,
Mhm.
guess what they're used for,
Used for.
and give some information on how to go about doing, preserving herbs to use,
Okay.
because there are methods of herb preservation that work better than others, especially for the culinary or the cooking herbs.
Drying some of those things out. How do we store
Mhm,
them? Okay.
mhm.
So we're getting a little bit of information during the Taste of the Extension. You mentioned, obviously, you guys will be out there and others will be too, to learn a little bit there. You mentioned the first workshop. What are some of those others that you'll have on hand?
We're going to have pumpkin identification. That's going to be something geared more to the children that
Mhm.
attend.
Yeah, we're hoping that they'll have fun with.
Yeah. And then we're going to have a floral activity using pumpkins, using fall material
Mhm.
from your garden.
Yeah, so you'll get things like probably straw flowers and
And there's only a place for 15 participants in that.
so they'll need to register for that
Yeah.
as soon as they see the registration. Go kind of follow goextension.illinois.edu and look for Taste of Extension.
Taste of Extension.
And then
yeah.
register for the program, because there is a cost involved with that one. It'll be between $10 and $15, and it provides you with the pumpkins and the flowers, and then Stacy Shanks and Karen Cherry, who are both former master gardeners, are going to be helping get those arrangements so that you've got.
Teaching people what
Exactly.
to do. Yeah.
And you get something to take home at
That's
the end
exactly
of the go.
right.
right.
That's
That's
exactly
right.
right. That you can use all the way through Thanksgiving, really, because
Really?
pumpkins last
Yeah.
I was
a
going to
long time.
I had a pumpkin last way too long, really. And then it kind of surprised me. All of a sudden, it was like this. It was gone. I didn't know what
Oh
happened.
yeah, that does happen too. And when they decide they're gone, they
Yeah,
are gone.
It
Yeah,
was
for
gone
sure.
quick. So a pumpkin ID, learn about the pumpkins themselves. Then we'll put together pumpkin floral arrangements. Do need to sign up and get registered for that. And then an herbal experience to go along with that. 3 workshops being put on by the Master Gardeners during the Taste of the Extension, October 24th, 4:30 to 7 at the
Yes.
Christian County Extension Office.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
One other thing, though, who is going to be telling us a little bit about how to maybe be involved with the Master Gardener? So we're there and we're kind of showing you what fun we can do. What else are we going to be kind of giving away in terms of maybe like pamphlets or information about how to be involved?
No,
We'll
yeah.
have a variety of information. We've got pamphlets on becoming a master gardener and a variety of things that Extension provides us with as far as educational materials. So they'll get a chance to look at that and maybe get familiar with some of the things they can find online. There are help sheets, advice on growing things that we can help them get to.
Well, let's talk
So-
about growing things a little bit because it's been difficult this summer. We were talking in the break before we got our start here that it's not been quite the year maybe we were hoping it would be in terms of getting those gardens going.
Yeah, it's certainly been up one side and down the other, I guess.
It has been. We
Yeah.
went from a very rainy start to the summer to now a very dry end.
Mhm.
What can you tell us about the recent drought we're underway in?
Well, and in the meantime, we've had some very extreme temperatures. I mean, last week we were 45 degrees, but
Mhm.
this week end was 98, I believe, is what I heard it was yesterday in Taylorville.
Yeah.
Not that I want to talk
Well-
about that, but anyway, so we've had a lot of extremes. One of the weathermen said we've had 30. Well, if those two count, then we'll have had 37 days over 90 this year. So that's been a lot, and it has taken its toll, I'm certain, on folks and their gardens.
Yeah, gardening has
Is-
been really difficult this
Mhm.
year for people
Yeah, because
with
you know,
with the weather.
yeah. And as I said last month, one of the things when you've got extreme heat like that, you've got to take care of the gardener too. Get up and do this work early in the morning when it's
Mhm.
still as cool as it's going to be through the day. Be sure you get that watering done and any other chores that you want done. It's really difficult. I mean, I haven't mowed in 2 months probably.
Yeah.
There's just, also
No need.
consider that because if you keep mowing, you're going to scalp your lawn and hurt it. And at this point, I'm not even certain how well seeding lawns is going to go this fall.
I've got to do that.
Oh,
So
dear.
I've got to wait
You've got to
till
figure this out.
well,
huh?
just a spot where
Mhm.
I took down a big oak tree, and that oak tree landed in my yard,
Oh, good.
and and just really played
Havoc.
made
Yeah.
made a big holes.
Well, I'm
So
glad
I'm reseeding.
I'm glad you bring that up though, because there are a lot of folks that are probably seeing a lot of dirt patches out in their
Mhm.
lawns right
Oh,
now.
certainly.
And
Certainly.
and so let's say we get a little rain. Would you
Mhm.
recommend to try and wait for a little rain before that happens? How does that maybe what could
Well,
you
I
recommend?
was going to, but I don't know if we're going to get any rain. See, so I may
Yeah.
be not trying
Yeah.
to grow grass till later on in the fall.
Right. I mean, I think you can probably sow grass seed in this area, especially if it's like it was last winter.
I
as
already-
late as mid to kind of that third week of October.
Okay.
And then, but be sure because once you put the seed down, you really, if you don't get rain, you really need to
Yeah, and
have plans in place
I
to
can't.
water.
I've tried this early spring, and I watered, and then I watered, and I had grass come up, but
Mhm.
then we got the high temperatures, and
It just,
it just burned up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Turned it
So-
to scorched earth, and what
Yeah.
am I going to do about that?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I've got to
right.
work the area and
Go
and
at
plant
it
some
again.
more. Yeah, go
and
at
I
it
mean,
again.
and that's really what you have to do with lawn anyway. It's good with lawn to kind of seed through the entire time that you're living in a house. So, but yeah, this has been a real challenge. And as I was talking before we came on air, you're seeing a lot of your big, otherwise healthy perennials really going dormant early. And I would encourage folks to clean that up. I know there are burn bans in place in Christian County and other places surrounding us, or at least got advisories. Don't burn right now. Do not do it because you don't know how long a fire will or how far it will go. So at any rate, I think we've got a lot of things, and just I would encourage you to kind of clean up your beds as much as you can. Most of the vegetable gardens are, you said you had how many, 6 tomatoes maybe
on
left on
my
your counter?
on my counter, but everything's ready to be pulled up.
Right,
But I can't pull them up. The soil is so hard.
right, exactly.
So
That
compact.
I'm waiting for a rain. Of course, I could put water on them and pull them up, but I want to
Right.
clean it up, and I can't do it till
Yeah.
we get a rain.
And the other thing I was mentioning before the break is if you've planted trees or shrubs, not even just within the last year, I would say within the last 2 years, anything in that line needs to be watered. If you don't get an inch of rain a week, it's been like 9 weeks since we've had an inch of rain.
Yeah.
You really need to be watering those plants because they will pay for it long term.
Right now is a very strange time.
Yes, it is.
In terms of weather. And so we're hoping to see a little bit of rain, I think, at the end of this week. So maybe we can get Sandy a nice little grass patch going.
Well, we can get out there and do a rain dance or something. I don't know.
We might
I'm
need to.
ready to seed the clouds.
Just need to summon something at this
Right.
point. Just drop a little water on us,
Right. Yeah.
if you would. Well, we're joined by Sandy Klein, Gwen Podesky, Master Gardeners with the U of I Extension. Talked a little bit about the Taste of the Extension event coming up October 24th, and we'll talk some upcoming events as well. But we did talk a lot about that recent drought. We might even need to come back and talk more about it. We'll do so in just a moment. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
WTIM.
Can elevate your agricultural marketing strategy.
This is Jennifer Mathis with People's Bank and Trust, where customers have one consumer banker who knows them and provides the right financial services to achieve their financial goals. Your consumer banker is your single source for life's financial needs, from checking to consumer loans, from retirement accounts to mortgage loans, and everything in between. Call me at 888-PBT-1954. Bank with People's Bank and Trust so you can spend your time living your life, not explaining it. At People's Bank and Trust, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Our local hospitals are the heartbeat of our communities, delivering critical care every hour of every day for everyone, training the next generation of caregivers. Beyond the walls, their benefit to the community is everywhere, driving the local economy and supporting local organizations, initiatives, and neighbors. Illinois Hospitals, healing communities. Learn more at team-iha.org. Sponsored by the Illinois Health and Hospital Association. Aired in cooperation with the Illinois Broadcasters Association and this station.
Double your impact with sight and sound. Reach customers through our 6 regional radio stations, plus capture their attention with our 36 by 72-inch digital billboard right on Route 29 in Taylorville. That's nearly 11,000 drivers seeing your message every single day while they're already listening to your radio ads. Ready to maximize your reach? Call your regional radio account manager today and put your business in front of eyes and ears across Central Illinois. Regional radio is where your message gets noticed.
Carl Krumsick here from Krumsick Monument Company in Taylorville, Illinois. Find out the many services we provide by clicking our icon on the obituaries page of TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
This is Blaine Cornwell with Prairie State Insurance. To learn more about our products and services, click our icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our morning show. It's brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman. Joining us in this segment, we've got Sandy Klein and Gwen Podesky, Master Gardeners with the University of Illinois Extension. Where we want to take the conversation to now is, okay, the garden might not be great. Maybe some seeding might not be great right now, but maybe something that could be is fall containers. What do you got for me?
Okay, well, if you're, like I said, if your petunias are pooped, and most of the time by this point they are, it's maybe think about mums, thinking about peppers, think about ornamental cabbages, some grasses. You can put bright light Swiss chard in containers. There are all kinds of fall, cool season plants that are available. Most of what I've seen around town here are the mums. I have seen some ornamental peppers and some asters and some celosia. There is some coxcomb or celosia out there. So those are things that typically sort of look better this time of the year, and it's kind of fun. It extends your garden. It kind of gives a nice backdrop if you go to a pumpkin farm and buy pumpkins or gourds or whatever. It gives you a nice background, and I think it's just fun. I hesitate, like Sandy asked about perennial mums, and those usually, if you can find them, they're available in the spring, but these mums are about 20% likely to come back next year if you plant them out in the ground right now. But, it's worth a shot. But it's nice to have them in containers. It kind of gives you that pop of color in the fall, and the plants are not tired and worn out.
Not spreading, maybe, if you want to keep them contained, whatever those plants might be. You mentioned things like grasses and peppers, mums, of course, and things like that. I didn't realize as much could go into a planter, I guess, as could.
Yeah. Oh, wow. The neatest thing, if you can find it, is the ornamental cabbages.
Yeah.
Because they're purple and white and just
They're
all
really,
sorts of colors.
really pretty.
So you can really make a nice, like I said, a nice fall arrangement using some of those things.
And a little backdrop you mentioned too, like throwing some pumpkins up front,
Right.
Might make it look nice.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
all
All goes together, makes it look like fall.
It's unfortunate about the mums, though. Say I am trying to hold on to a perennial plant right now, and I'm like, man, I really want this to come back. Just water it and just hope for the best.
Just water it and hope for the best. And I would say if it's something that's still blooming, if it is set seed or something, get the flowers or the seeds off of it right now. I would say that.
That being because it's not trying to still keep it up. Instead, it's just you're holding on to the roots.
It's going to the roots.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So that things, because that's the time of the year, and the same with trees and shrubs. And this is why it's important right now not to forget to water those, because they're going to lose those leaves, and this is going to be the time for their roots to grow. And you've got to give those roots, they've been pretty stressed out. So
cut the challengers off and go ahead and let those roots succeed. Okay.
Exactly.
Last little thing here. We've got just about a minute. We've got some upcoming events. I just want to at least get out to the folks for just a moment here. What can you tell me about some of those that are coming up for the U of I Extension and the Master Gardeners?
Okay. There's a tree ID walk at the Bremer Wildlife Sanctuary, and it's Friday, September 26th from 9:00 until 10:30 a.m. And it says, be sure to bring a bottle of water, and you'll learn to identify tree species by their leaves, the bark, and the shape, and to explore some native trees.
There's a lot of walking.
Yeah, there is a lot of walking. This one is one where appropriate shoes, water bottle, sunscreen, insect repellent, all of those good things. It is a free program, but you need to register by September 25th. They can go online and register. And then there's a native seed collection workshop, again, at the Bremer Wildlife Sanctuary on October 7th at 5 p.m. And this is a great chance to learn how to harvest seeds for native perennials. So we're thinking, prairie coneflower, royal catchfly, all of those things. So there'll be like a seed collection workshop, how to get those done.
Very cool. So learn how to ID trees, learn how to maybe collect some seeds and bring them back.
Yeah, and they need to register for that one by October 6th.
By October 6th. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me here. Sandy Klein and Gwen Podesky, Master Gardeners with the U of I Extension. on the WTIM Morning Show. We'll be back around with more in just one moment on WTIM, your information station.